our mom is a teacher, so we kind of bump heads with her a lot about AI. But I just want them to understand that like it's not always used as like cheating. It's actually very helpful to a lot of people, especially the ones with like learning disabilities.
So a lot of the like worksheets were really hard for me. Like I need to see it broken down. And so having it broken down and being able to ask very specific questions like how did you get from that step to that step is very helpful.
For sure.
And it's also less embarrassing to ask a computer than to ask its person.
For me, like as an immigrant and like English being like a secondish language for me, I use it a lot for like brainstorming for essays, especially when I'm like confused about like text or topics. Like
you can really mold it to how you learn, because you don't find that in like a Google search, if that makes sense. You can't really have something break it down for you unless it's a person.
When I tell people that I use it to help study by uploading my study forms and whatever, and then getting it to test me and feed me back, they're like, I didn't know that it could do that.
We need to like distance ourselves from it, but at the same time we have to know like what it does and what like like to be prepared for it, because that's our future. We need to know what it's gonna look like and like what's gonna be impacted, and like we can't just turn a blind eye.
Only saying that it could be utilized as a tool, it's not enough, because then like students are like, okay, well, like what do you mean utilize it as a tool? You're just telling me, you're not like giving me methods or ideas. We have to make that up on our own, if that makes sense.
If you can see that it's more of a tool right now, it would alleviate that stress, and it would also be probably help people understand that if they use it, it's not going to eliminate their job.
I think AI can really help me expand my learning on just like what to do with my future, because as a senior I'm pretty undecided about what I want to do. I kind of have an idea, but yeah.
My generation has always grown up with technology as like a really big tool, and it's become so ingrained in our education system now. And to have a newer tool like this and something that's so advanced, to not be taught how to use it properly and to use it in a way that's like malicious, I think there's a lot more room for students to kind of like not necessarily abandon their education, but just throw it to the side, and just really prioritize using it as a crutch rather than developing their own skills.
Like every generation has this technology that we think is going to ruin everybody and do whatever. So be less fearful.